Hello, and thanks for joining us. This is Our Daily Bread Radio. Your host is Les Lambourne.
Are you looking for someone who won't disappoint you? Look to Jesus. Joe Stowell writes, "As an avid baseball fan, my favorite team is the Chicago Cubs. The interesting thing about being a Cubs fan is that the team has a way of letting us down. They haven't won a World Series since 1908, and while they often have great promise at the beginning of the season, they usually disappoint their loyal fans in the end. One diehard fan had it right when he said, 'If they don't disappoint us, they wouldn't be our Cubs.'" Well, thankfully, God isn't like the Cubs. You can count on Him. He will not disappoint you in the end. He always keeps His promises, and His Word provides comfort, hope, and wise advice that never fails. When King Solomon dedicated the temple, he attested to the fact that God had not let His people down. In 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 56, it says, "Blessed be the Lord, who has given rest to His people Israel, according to all that He promised. There has not failed one word of all His good promise." Well, thousands of years later, those words still ring true, and better yet, we are heirs of the greatest fulfilled promise of all time, Jesus. The longer you know Him, the more compelling He becomes. So if you're looking for someone who won't disappoint you, look no further. Jesus never fails. 1 Kings chapter 8, verses 54 through 61 is the passage that was referred to in today's article, and I'll be reading from 1 Kings chapter 8, verses 54 through 61. "And so it was, when Solomon had finished praying all this prayer and supplication to the Lord, that he arose from before the altar of the Lord, from kneeling on his knees with his hands spread up to heaven. Then he stood and blessed all the assembly of Israel with a loud voice, saying, 'Blessed be the Lord, who has given rest to His people Israel, according to all that He promised. There has not failed one word of all His good promise, which He promised through His servant Moses. May the Lord our God be with us, as He was with our fathers. May He not leave us nor forsake us, that He may incline our hearts to Himself, to walk in all His ways, and to keep His commandments and His statutes and His judgments, which He commanded our fathers. And may these words of mine, with which I have made supplication before the Lord, be near the Lord our God day and night, that He may maintain the cause of His servant and the cause of His people Israel, as each day may require, that all the peoples of the earth may know that the Lord is God, there is no other. Let your heart therefore be loyal to the Lord our God, to walk in His statutes and to keep His commandments, as at this day.'" And as you think about today's meditation, remember, looking for someone who won't disappoint you? Look to Jesus. My name is Les Lambourne. Thanks for listening today, and we hope that you found some spiritual help. And if you'd like a printed copy of Our Daily Bread, you can reach us on the internet at getodb.org. That's www.getodb.org. Or call 1-800-443-5930. That's 1-800-443-5930. Our Daily Bread is furnished by RBC Ministries.